The Barash Vow is a vow a Jedi takes to put themselves in exile and be only with the Force. Generally, this vow is taken as a form of penance, but not always. The vow is named for Barash Silvain. During the High Republic era, Silvain makes a decision in a war between two opposing peoples. As the war progresses and more lives are lost, Silvain has a hard time coping. It's revealed that the decision she made was made with bad information. She let her emotions guide her. Silvain exiles herself to spend time becoming deeper attuned with the Force. The Barash Vow is not necessarily permanent. Silvain regretted her decisions in the conflict that led her to taking the vow, but she fully planned on rejoining the Jedi Order when she felt she could listen to the Force over her own biases. Also in the High Republic era, Jedi Knight Dez Rydan runs afoul of the Drengir, a species of sentient carnivorous plants naturally tapped into the dark side. The Drengir torture Rydan for days. When Jedi Padawan Reath Silas finds Rydan, he tries to rescue him. The Drengir manipulate Rydan into fighting his ally. Silas is able to save Rydan and the two escape the Drengir. Rydan feared his connection to the Force had been compromised during his ordeal. He decided to take the Barash Vow. This time it was not taking as penance, but as a retreat into the Force. Obi-Wan Kenobi took the Barash Vow for a large part of his time on Tatooine when he was watching over a young Luke Skywalker. Obi-Wan seems to have taken the vow for both reasons. He felt at least partially responsible for his role in the fall of the Jedi Order. He felt that he failed Anakin, and in turn, his former master Qui-Gon Jinn. Jedi Master Yoda instructs Obi-Wan to further commit himself to the Force as a means to communicate with Qui-Gon, who was now part of the Cosmic Force. It was during this time that Obi-Wan learned how to give himself to the Force and to be able to manifest himself as a Force ghost in the future. Jedi Master Kirak Infil'a, and I hope I'm saying that name right since I've only ever have read it, focused on fighting. He didn't take part in the council, training, or any other affairs typical Jedi Master would. Combat was all he devoted himself to. He took the vow to remove himself from interacting with the Jedi Order as a whole and to allow the Force to guide his path in life. I want to point out here that many articles about Infil'a said that he took the vow as penance, but I couldn't find what he felt he needed forgiveness for. It seems it was more a personal choice to have the Force guide him down his path, but maybe future stories will fill in that blank. Either way, the vow was taken, and Infil'a went into isolation. He studied, meditated, and of course, continued his combat training. His separation from the Jedi Order meant he was spared during Order 66. As the clones and the newly christened Darth Vader were slaughtering the Jedi, Infil'a felt it through the Force. He remained in isolation, since the vow forbade him from entering into Jedi affairs. Not long after the rise of the Galactic Empire, Vader sought out Infil'a in order to kill the man and claim his lightsaber. This epic showdown is worthy of a transmission all on its own, but I will say that Vader was only able to get the upper hand by exploiting Infila''s humanity. Vow or not, he was a Jedi at heart. Luke Skywalker also exiled himself, but he did not take the Barash Vow. Where the vow is intended to bring beings closer to the light, Skywalker isolated himself because he felt the Jedi Order followed the Force too closely and turned his back on it, at least for a time. Check out this transmission next for more on the Jedi Order.